Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us for another Facebook Live event this beautiful Thursday morning. This morning, we are out here at the Valley of Eden Bird Sanctuary, located just southwest of Stockton, Illinois, and east of Elizabeth, Illinois, right off of Rush Creek Road. So this bird sanctuary is a great place to come that is free and open to the public. So everybody's welcome to come here, and there are groomed cross-country ski trails here, some of the only ski trails in the area. So if you look here, this is what a groomed cross-country ski trail looks like. You have tracks here on the right and kind of some packed down track on the left there. So if you come out here, this is a great place where you can ski for miles. And this year we just installed some temporary signage to help you try to navigate and figure out where exactly you are on these ski trails. So here are our signs, and you'll see these throughout the trails. You can see it says skiers stay on the right-hand side and snowshoers and walkers stay on the left. This is just good etiquette when you're out on the ski trails, to always stay on the right if you're a skier and left if you're a walker. There's also a map here with different color-coded loops for different distances. So if you're just looking for a short ski or walk, you can take a short loop, or if you want to do a longer one, there's longer loops also. So I am going to show you guys how to put on some skis and do a little demonstration on how to kind of get started skiing if you've never done this before. Okay, so I have here my ski boots and my skis. And now I kind of have, this is an older version of skis that, you don't see these very often anymore. There's a little toe clip on the toe of my boots. And there's a little clip here. There's little pegs there on my skis. And some of the modern examples of skis, they have toe clips also. So you can just kind of clip your toe into place. And you have your heel is still free to kind of move up and down as you need to. So I'll just do that. I'm going to slip my toe in there. And then kind of clamp it down. There we go. And there's a little clamp there. I gotta go to my other boot. And now if you are not as good at balancing, you can always sit down to put on your skis too. You can kind of sit down with your legs to the side of you and clamp your toes in, and then you can go ahead and stand up too. Standing up is kind of the hard part too. There we go. There we go. Okay, now I've got my toes clamped in here, and you can see my toes are in, but my heel is still free to move around. So I'll just kind of do a little demonstration.
How about your poles, Jess?
Oh, my poles, yeah. So to use your ski poles, now you don't necessarily need poles, but for me, I kind of like them, just an extra stability. And this is important that you put your hand underneath the loop out the top, and then wrap your thumb and forefinger around just like that. And your poles are always kind of facing behind you. So I see a lot of people kind of go in like this, or they do funny things. So it's important to know that your hand goes up from the bottom and then kind of grasp your thumb around it like this at the top. So that's your ski poles. Now, your ski poles, you always want them to be behind you. So your ski poles are always behind you. You might be tempted, if you're going really fast, to put them out in front to slow you down. Don't do that, because they could run into you, and you could really hurt yourself, break something. So always just kind of have your ski poles behind you like this. And you really don't need to be grabbing them too much. They can just kind of hang there at first. So now what you want to do if you're just getting started skiing is just start out just like you're walking. So with every stride, your arm is swinging just like you normally do when you're walking. Your alternating arm is swinging with your leg. And you can see my poles are behind me. And I'm not really grabbing them or anything. They're just kind of dragging for now. And they kind of plant themselves in the ground every time I move my arm. So once you get going, you can kind of feel the walking rhythm. Then you can kind of try to feel the slide. So I'm going to kind of pick up my speed just a little bit and slide a little bit. Okay. So there we go. Now, once you get that started, then that's kind of the basics. You can really kind of go around the whole loop. And I think our largest loop here is about 1.6 miles.
Wow, 1.6 miles.
1.6 miles, yeah. So you can take that big loop around. And also there's a couple other smaller loops that you can add more mileage on too. Or you could do these loops a couple times. You could spend a few hours out here, really. So I'll turn around here. Turning around, you do have to take your skis out of the tracks. You can just kind of walk around. Take some time, and that's okay. We're not in a hurry. Okay, got my skis in the tracks there.
Jess, are these tracks man-made or machine-made?
Yeah, so these groomed tracks are actually made. It's an implement that we pull behind us, snowmobile.
Oh, okay.
So it's this funny looking roller with two metal tracks on it. And the weight of that grooming implement kind of packs down the snow and creates these nice tracks for the skis and a nice packed surface here for the snowshoers and walkers. You could also try skate skiing here too, but yeah, you could try skate skiing here. Skate skiing is really good if you don't have a bunch of footprints in the way, but here there's a lot of footprints kind of in the way. So cross-country skis, though, are really good to have here. Okay, so I'm going to go down back to where we started here, and it's downhill. We were coming up here, it was uphill. Now I just turn around, we're going to go downhill. So when you go downhill, you really pick up speed a lot quicker. It doesn't look like a big hill, but it really is a big hill when you're on skis. So I'll show you what I do if I am going down a big hill and I feel like I'm going too fast. I'll show you one of the first things that you should learn how to do is learn how to fall, because there are ways that you can fall that you won't get hurt. There are ways that you can fall that you will get hurt. So I'm just going to show you real quick how to fall. So we'll go downhill here, just like normal. And I like to get down really low. If I think I'm going too fast, just get yourself really low to the ground, because if you're already close to the ground, there's just not far to fall. So let's say you're going really fast, and then you can just kind of fall to the side, just like that. And so if you fall on your butt or fall on your side, then you're not going to get hurt. So if you're standing up and your arms are flailing and you're trying to put your poles in front of you, that's a good way to get hurt. So, okay, so now to get up from falling can be difficult too. Also, one of the first things you should learn how to do. You don't need to take your skis off if you want to get up after falling. You just kind of, here you are, you're in this position. You kind of scoot your body over top of your feet. Once you get your body over top of your feet, then you can kind of push up and stand up. So that's kind of the first things that you should learn how to do when you're just starting out skiing, is learning how to fall and learning how to get back up. So yeah, you guys can come on out and give it a try. Like I said, this is one of the only groomed cross-country ski trails in the area. It is really not easy to find these trails in very many places. So the fact that we have this here at the Valley of Eden Bird Sanctuary is really cool. And it's free to come out here too. We've opened this up to the public so everybody can come out here and enjoy it.
What kind of clothing should people wear?
Oh, so, it's a good idea to wear waterproof clothing. You can see when I fell here, I have snow on my pants now. So it's a good idea to wear waterproof clothing, well, waterproof pants, but also dress in layers and don't dress too warm. If you're just starting out at your trailhead and you're feeling like a good, warm, comfortable temperature, that's too warm. You really want to be cold when you start out, because once you get going, you're gonna probably start heating up pretty quick and you might work up a sweat, and you really don't want to sweat in these cold temperatures. That could be dangerous if your clothes are all wet with sweat and you're out in these cold temperatures and far from the parking lot. So dress in layers. Waterproof pants are key, because then your legs at least stay dry when you do fall in the snow. So yeah, it's a great sport if you're out looking for like cardio, trying to get some exercise in. This is a good thing to do. But also if you just want to come out and check out the birds out here right now, I know there's some short-eared owls. I saw some just this morning nesting out here. So lot of cool things to see, and the vistas too. Beautiful, beautiful scenery. Okay, well, I think I just want to thank you guys for joining us for another Facebook Live event, and thank our sponsors. The First Community Bank of Galena Apple River State Bank, thanks for sponsoring us. And we are going to see you guys in 3 weeks. So we'll take the next 2 weeks off for Christmas and New Year's, and then we'll see you guys on January 7th. So tune in on January 7th for another Facebook Live event. If you guys have questions, feel free to type them in. Thank you.